Hey Boo, so I'm back with another one, and I just want to chat with you and share this with you while I get ready for dinner. So I just put up all my groceries, and I was just like, what am I eating, right? After I just got all these groceries, but this was overwhelmed by, all the stuff that I got. All the stuff I put away. I'm like, why am I gonna cook, you know? And so I decided that I'm gonna do some rice and some chicken. So it's gonna be like a lemon cilantro chicken. And I meant to get me some limes, but I didn't. But I got plenty of lemons. You wanna see? I got all these lemons, but really I had more than that. But I just shared some with my neighbor, which brings me to this. So my baby Gina told me that people need to hear my testimonies, and like I'm just trying to, always keep it at the forefront of my mind that testimonies are not about you, like they're not for you, right? And then I was also just concerned, like, do people see God because of me? Like, do people know God because of me, or do they have a hope or even kind of want to get to know God because of me, right? And that's important. So, I've been on like food stamps before. I've been on them like before I had a baby. It took me a while to get them because, of course I didn't qualify, but, I have just kind of struggled on my own for a while. I pretty much like raised myself, so it was just, there's that. And then I remember I ended up getting cut off, and then I tried again years later. I ended up getting some, and then when I got the job that I have now, I've been with the company for 2 years. I ended up getting cut off because they said that I made too much money. Mind you, at this time, I didn't even have any like overhead or anything to pay, and I was still short on money. I had other bills I had to catch up on. But anyways, so it's a lot of people right now that are going without SNAP benefits. They depend on them, they need them, and I'm blessed because I got back to work after having my baby in just the right amount of time for them to cut him. I did not go to work until my baby was 9 months old. I have been trying to get back to work since February of 2025. My baby was born at the end of 2024. And if you have a job right now, just thank God that you do, because it's hard for people to even get jobs and get interviews. And in the waiting, all of our contracts kept getting pulled. And every time I thought I was going to get back to work, contract got pulled. So then I finally get back to work, right? But throughout that whole time, I depended on my food stamps. That's all I had was my food stamps. And I did not have to go hungry. Me and my baby did not have to go hungry because of that. And that was such a blessing. And it's now that I'm back working that I can say, okay, God, like, yes, they were very helpful for me, but I just thank you that I have a job. If I need food, I would just buy it. And yeah, it's a hit on your personal checks, but just thank the Lord. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you this because I know that I shared a while back in another video, like, just trust God. Just trust God, and God brought this back to my remembrance. So I remember there was a breach in, I guess, the system where SNAP benefits are distributed, and I did not know that they had cut our cards. Hold on, Laura, I'm supposed to be also cooking. I had to get that bleach off of my hands before I started dealing with that chicken. But I had my own place of residence for like a couple of years before I had my son. So, I didn't have like no place where my meal was going to. So I was using other people's like residence just to get my meal. So I didn't realize they had cut the cards off and was sending out new cards because, I'm not getting my notices until the people's address that I'm using finally give me the mail. right? So I remember going to Publix and I had my baby, and it was just so hard because he was fussy and he was crying, he was tired, and they had just switched over the system that you can't call in and they tell you what your benefits is over the phone. So I'm having to set up all these different accounts online just to see what my balance is. I wasn't sure if they had hit yet, but because I couldn't, I just was like, okay, let me just go pick up a thing of spinach. I'm gonna just buy this just so I can get a receipt on the printout to see how much I have left, right? So I get to the register, decline. It's a card not authorized. So I was confused because I was like, okay, now I have to finally figure out and sit down and actually get these accounts open so that I can see. I'm looking online and I can see that, yep, I'm still approved. I didn't get cut off. So why is my card not working, right? Hold on. So I'm swiping it and I'm like, okay, well, can we just try to do it manually? Like, I know that the money's supposed to be there. And then I got my baby on hand, and then there's a man behind me, and he's just like, just don't worry about it. It's kind of just like, he was in a rush, and I'm in his way. Look, I look like the poor little girl who can't even afford no spinach, and I have a baby, feel sorry for me, right? I was so embarrassed. Because I'm like, I know that this is here. Mind you, I'm a full-time student, right? So I need to be able to buy food to do my work, right? So it's just a whole thing that's not good right now. So he ends up buying the spinach for me, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, Lord, what am I gonna do? Because I actually don't even have any food right now, and I'm a breastfeeding mom. So not only do I just need to be eating in general, but I also breastfeed. Yes, my baby is old enough to eat food, but really he nurses more than he actually eats food. Like, he does not eat food 3 times a day. But anyways, so I just leave the store and just to feed it. Mind you, I'm at Publix, okay? Yeah, real embarrassed I had to leave out of there with just my little spinach. This ain't long leave because I know it's kind of lengthy. So I'm home, I'm frustrated, and while I'm still waiting on, my contracts to come through from job, I'm still looking for other jobs. I'm just like, you know what? I can't wait on them. I'm just gonna apply for another job and get to work. I've got interviews like every week, and I'm still not getting no job offers. I'm up until 3 o'clock in the morning when I should be sleeping and resting, just stressed and just like, oh my God, I need a job, right? And so there's that. So anyways, I leave the store, and I think within the same week, a couple days later, I'm downstairs in the main office trying to handle some business because I still got to make sure that me and my son have a place to live, and I'm out of work, so we know how that goes. And yes, I washed the chicken, but to wrap this up, so I'm downstairs in the office, and then Mima calls me, and she says somebody is up here knocking on my door looking for me. Mind you, I don't know who will be coming upstairs knocking on my door to be looking for me. So anyway, I come upstairs, and it's my neighbor that lives downstairs, and she's an elderly lady. What are you doing climbing the stairs? Because she don't normally do that. She came upstairs to tell me that she had boxes of food for me because she went to Publix and thought about me and my baby. Packs of chicken legs. I needed chicken that week for school. I've got packs of fish. I still got slate in the freezer because of her. I've got a 5-pound bag of rice and so many other things. So just trust them.